Welcome back. We're doing video number 3 of our 13 colonies map, and in this video we're going to be discussing the regions. This area was large enough to have 3 distinct regions that had similar characteristics, maybe climate, type, the type of land and the crops that were grown, and the geography of the area. So we're gonna divide our map now into 3 regions so that you can study each region and learn about how life was different in each region. I've chosen 3 colors. You can see over here there's a little category called regions, and I've chosen light brown for the New England region, orange for the middle region, middle colonies, and the southern colonies I'm going to divide with a green. Okay, so let me show you how I'm going to do that. There's a couple of ways we could do it. We could lightly highlight the name of the. I'm going to use light brown for the New England colony. So let me just lightly shade over the name of the colony with a light brown, not too dark. You want to still be able to read it. So once you choose the color that you want to use, I think these are good choices, I think. Here's the Massachusetts colony, the New Hampshire colony, the Connecticut colony, and the Rhode Island colony. I'll just highlight the name. Now, I guess you could color the whole colony in, but that might take up a lot of space. You might want to be adding some other things in there eventually. So what I do is sometimes, in addition to highlighting the names, I'll give it a little edging on the inside of the boundary lines. So see how I'm just going to give it a little edging on the inside of that line like this. I'm using the same color that I highlighted the names with. Just a very narrow coloring, like that little shading. Work your way. You have to be careful on the coastline. There's a lot of little inlets and harbors, little bays in here. You got to kind of be careful to stay out of the water. We're going to be highlighting our coastline with blue eventually, so don't color into the water if you can help it. Okay. You don't have to press too hard on the pencil, just nice and light. Okay, so those are your New England colonies right there. Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. Okay, so let's get into the middle colonies. Now I'm using an orange for that one. I'll highlight New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, okay, and you can do the same thing with that little shading of orange. this will make your map really show the regions a little clearer by using these colors. Like I said, you don't have to press too hard. Just a nice light shading is great. Okay, so that covers that whole area right there. Okay, make sure you have each name highlighted a little bit in that color. Alright, and okay, now we're going to switch to green for the southern colonies, and that would include Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. Okay, and now you notice I'm not delineating the western edge because the boundaries were unclear along the western edge of these. I'm just gonna. The southern region was a larger land area, so we've got a lot more to highlight. Along the North Carolina coastline, the Virginia coastline. Most of these you notice most of these colonies did have a lot of coastline, except for Pennsylvania. New York didn't have a lot of coastline. A little bit in New Hampshire. But most of these New England colonies had a lot of coastline as well. Okay. Gets a little tricky up here in Maryland. I think that kind of makes the region stand out a little bit better. And you're going to probably be studying these colonies partly by region because they had very distinct differences. People had different ways of living in these different colonies based on the geography. So it's good to break them up into those three distinct regions. Okay, and then from there we can start labeling some of the cities and maybe get into some of the physical geography as well in the upcoming videos. All right, nice job. See you next time.